What's up, guys? It's Paul. So listen, we got a treat for you. 2025 Low Rider ST. Now we brought out a 24 for you because there's some real key differences and I'd like to show them to you. First thing that's going to catch your attention when you walk up on this bike is you're going to see that it now comes with a 2-into-1 exhaust. That's super cool. Not only is that going to generate a little bit more power, but it's also going to allow for 2 saddlebags that are both the same size, as opposed to 24s where you had a short saddlebag and a long saddlebag. I think you guys are going to like that a lot. Another key difference is going to be the gauges. We got a really nice analog gauge now for 25, and I think that looks fantastic. I like it a lot more than I like the 24 gauge. Another thing will be the controls. We're going to have new controls, so it's going to take a second for you to get used to this new bike, but I think that you'll find works out nicely for you as well. But probably the biggest difference, as far as I'm concerned, is they tweaked the suspension and they tweaked the motor. So now we have a 117 HO. So that's going to take us from the advertised 103 horsepower and 125 torque to an advertised 114 horsepower and 128 torque. And we're going to be stiffer front suspension, so a little less diving going into the corners. This thing should be a lot of fun to ride. I'm looking forward to taking it out for a ride, and I'll show you guys what it does.
Well, I can feel the differences already. Alright guys, this is the first ride for me on the 25 Harley-Davidson Low Rider ST. And I feel like this is going to be a big deal. So Harley made some changes to the bike this year. And horsepower, torque, luggage capacity, gauges. And one of the big differences is that we now have ride modes. So right now, you'll notice a little road there on the gauge. That's going to be road mode. It's probably the ride mode that you use most often from Harley. It's going to be a decent amount of traction control with really nice smooth acceleration and throttle characteristics. Now over here on the right hand control, I can hit this mode button, and now it's going to go into sport mode. So sport mode is going to give me the least amount of traction control, but it's also going to give me the most amount of throttle. So throttle response is going to be fantastic. Finally, hit that mode button again, and that's going to throw me into rain mode. Now rain mode pretty much takes all the fun out of the motorcycle. It's going to be your highest level of traction control, and it's going to be the least amount of throttle response. But if road conditions call for it, it's certainly nice to have. So let's get back into highway mode.
So we got back, and I had a chance to watch the video back and see a little bit of what I was seeing, you know, and what I wasn't talking, what I was, and you know, one of the things was like, when I put it back into regular road mode and I make that left onto that rough road, I got on that rough road just to kind of see how this new stiffer suspension was going to act, going down a road where I'm not racing, I'm just out for a ride, and how that new responsive front end was going to feel if it was going to be beating me up. And honestly, I felt like it was really smooth enough. So then I get out, and when I get up to the highway, there's a little bit of road construction going on. I'm able to get out on the highway and get going. And it was just really a matter of, being on the bike and going for a ride and kind of taking in how the bike reacts, how it feels. Even the difference in the sound now with that 2-into-1 compared to the previous year's dual exhaust on the Softails. And honestly, I loved it. I loved it. Then I'm getting back to the shop, and when I get back here to Seminole Harley-Davidson, it was awesome, pulling in and just catching all the people that are looking over to catch that new color coming by that were standing out front. So I took the bike around back.